Hi everyone and welcome to a new episode of the Solo Female Travel Podcast. And today we're gonna be talking about what to do before leaving home. So there are many things. There are many things, and it all depends on your comfort zone. Um, so I made a list with bullet points and from things that I think will be appropriate for you to do before leaving home. But again, it all depends on your own research as well. So, first one, this is so important, guys. Before traveling alone, check if you're comfortable being alone. And you can start testing that by going out alone to restaurants or going out alone on walks or just doing any activity alone. Um, definitely feeling going to eat alone is a big one because then you can see if that fear of being judged by being alone means something to you. From my experience, I think that you, we always think that people are paying attention to us, to everything we do, but yes, they might be, but few times they are judging you. It's not like everyone that sees you is judging you. um Maybe, and when you're traveling solo as a woman, they're probably and you're probably catching people's attention. Most likely they think that you're brave because you're doing so. They And if they think something else is a problem, because they're judging you based on their experiences. So really nothing to care about. But yeah, make sure, unless you want to be like, you know what, no, I want to make sure that I feel comfortable being alone when I am in Vietnam. So that's also valid. But it might be a little shocking. So if you want to, like, prepare for it and be, and so it's not as shocking, because remember that it's not going to be only the shock of being alone, but also the shock of the culture, the environment, the food. So yeah, definitely that will be pretty important. Then second one, choose your destination smartly. Again, this all depends on your comfort zone, what you like, what you don't like. um I mean, if you're someone that is starting to travel, and then you have only a week off, it will be better if you choose a destination that is closer to you. Or if you have a year off and you're like, you know what, I just want to YOLO. Well, I mean, I don't know, maybe few countries in Southeast Asia or Latin America might be a better fit for you. So, and now we have so many so much information on the internet. I feel that here in the podcast what I'm doing is just like sending you to different like other websites or other places where you can find more information. But yeah, and also we have this book now from Melambo that is called Passport Ready: The Ultimate Guide to Solo Female Traveler. So here you can find lots of info to get you ready for your trip. Now, this is my favorite: pack appropriately. I am a minimalist, so when I travel, what I do is just that I pack tons of underwear, tons of underwear, but like probably three shirts, two pants, and two summer dresses, depending on the destination. If you're going somewhere tropical, yeah, it is appropriate to bring tropical dresses with you, and bathing suits, and flip flops, sandals. Um, and if you're going somewhere where it's cold, well, yeah, you need a jacket, you need a hat, you probably need a scarf. So, but the lesson to learn here is that you will always need less of what you think you need. And most hostels and hotel give you the option of laundry, so you can wash them or you can wash them in the shower. I'd rather be wearing the same thing every day than carrying a heavy suitcase around. So, and that's also why I packed so much underwear. So I can use fresh underwear every day, but then reuse my shirts, reuse my pants, reuse my socks. So that's what I do. That's what has worked for me because, yeah, I hate carrying heavy stuff around. I actually hate when I visit a country that I have where I have family and they ask me like, oh, can you bring me this and that? I'm like, you know what? I will mail it to you and then travel with my backpack because I'm not carrying heavy things around. So yeah. And of course, you can also Google, like, oh, I am traveling to the Caribbean. What do I need? And you will find thousands of vlogs, like giving you like a step by step about what you should pack and like how you should pack a similar color palette and how you can match the same dress with different accessories and make a total different look. So yeah. And also leave a space when you're packing. Also leave a space for the things you're gonna buy when you're at the destination. You're probably gonna buy souvenirs. You're probably gonna buy more clothing, something that is traditional for that country. So also leave a space for that. If not, you will regret it when you're there. um, this one is very important. Notify your credit card company of travel dates. Do that at least a week before you're traveling, because then you know you don't want to be traveling and then you don't want your card to be blocked because there was an unusual activity on your card. That's like my worst nightmare. So what I do is like at least a week before I set my travel dates, and then I have a peace of mind for the rest of my trip. This one, oh guys, book accommodation in advance at least for your arrival night. This is so important. I did things like, who cares? I'm just gonna go there and I'll sleep whatever. And there were times where I had to sleep in places that I was like, oh man, why didn't I plan this before? So at least for your first night, make sure that you know where you're arriving. If not, you will have to sleep at the airport or you will have to sleep in crappy places that you will be like, oh my god, why didn't I plan this? So yeah, and then also depending on the country, you want to feel safe, and usually it takes a while to feel safe in a new destination. So yeah, make sure you know where you're going and that you know how you're gonna leave the airport when you arrive to a new destination. Make a communication plan. I am so bad at this one. I am like I call like once a week, every 3 days. I remember when I was in Asia, my parents were like, Lu, like, where are you? We haven't know anything about you in days. And I was like, oh no, I was just hiking and camping and I forgot to reply. And then my mom was, thinking the worst. So that just for the peace of mind of your family and the people close to you, will be nice that you set a communication plan. That you were like, okay, I'm gonna communicate once a week, I'm gonna communicate 2 times a week, 3 times a week. So whatever is more convenient for you and your family, but definitely. And then like if you prepare an itinerary, it will be pretty smart if you share it with them as well, because in case that something happens, you want someone close to you to know what happened to you and where you might be at the time. That's my next point. Give someone at home your itinerary. That definitely, it's pretty important. Make copies of important things. Even if a country is super safe, pickpocketing is something that is common. So you definitely want to make copies of all important documents and have them in different places. Maybe you have some in your backpack and then you have some on your fanny pack. Um, and maybe you left some at home just in case. And then also scan them and have them in your email just in case. You can never be too safe. And the worst that can happen is that you're, in a country that you don't know, and that you don't have your important documents with you, like your passport or your passport, your green card, or your airplane tickets. Well, your airplane tickets, you get them to the email, so that will be easy. But definitely your passport and your visa. That's, yeah, those are the most important. Check your passport expiry date and apply for a new one if necessary. Why? Because some countries ask for your passport to be valid for 6 months before arrival. So definitely check this and make sure that you're checking with enough time to get the new one. Many countries ask for that your passport is valid for 6 months prior arrival. So yeah, check the country, check your expiry date, and do the necessary errands to fix that. Get travel insurance. Now that I'm older, I see the value of this, because some countries have private health and then healthcare and then like public healthcare, and definitely there's a big difference between private and public. So just by having travel insurance, it gives you access to the private healthcare, which in most cases the service will be much better. So in my case, I was like, no, this is too expensive. Nothing will happen to me, and if it happens, I will go to a hospital. But just in case, I believe that now that I'm older again, I believe that when you are prepared for emergencies, that like scares them away. So yeah, just get travel insurance just in case, and especially with everything that is happening in the world right now, I think that the value of insurance is way greater than before. Now, my last bullet point: set up a budget tracking tool to track your expenses. You know what? Sometimes when you're traveling, you're just having so much fun that you forget to track your expenses. And then, maybe if you set up a budget of $50 a day, then you maybe go to a bar one night and you end up spending just at the bar $50, and then you're like, oh, dang it, what am I gonna do now? So definitely having an app that tracks all your expenses, and then have the notifications set for that, is a game changer. So definitely, definitely do it. I'm not gonna recommend anyone in specific, because I am an Android user, so I'm pretty sure that almost everyone here is an Apple user. But yeah, just again, Google is a wonderful tool, so you can always search for best budget tracking tools, apps. So, and then you will find the answers there. And then, yeah, these are like actions that, in my opinion, you should do before leaving home. Um, but I think that, the most important one is to making the decision. And once the decision is made, just these are simple steps compared to that, because I get it, for some people and even for me, going to a new place might be hard sometimes, and sometimes we do so because we want to escape for something, we want to explore something, um, and pretty much put ourselves out of our comfort zone. So I really congratulate everyone who has done it and everyone who is going for it. So because go and explore other countries and other places is something that is available to many, but only if you do it. So I hope you like this episode, and if you have any comments or if you want to get in contact with me, my Instagram is at the Solo Female Traveler Podcast, and I would love to hear from you. And then, yeah, and then for the next season I will be doing interviews again. So if you think that you have something that could be of value to our community, please get in contact with me.